attend those community meetings and to get the information. I know there's a lot of information out of there. There's a lot of fear. I would encourage you to attend the meetings and get the information straight from the source rather than from Nextdoor, Facebook, wherever it's coming from. Okay, it's like playing a game of telephone. Things change as they get passed along. But please do avail yourself of those opportunities. There'll be 2 meetings in August that the city manager mentioned earlier. So I would be in favor of basically adjourning.
Okay. Because we do have speaker cards, but how many do we want to hear? And I'd say that I could go for a little bit, but.
Well, if it's 11:30 is the protocol time, then I would say 11:30.
Okay. Council members, are there any other comments for that? Councilmember Bacon? No. That works for you? Okay. Then I'd like to be able for all of us to take a vote.
You know why we are here, or you just accept that?
We mean business.
But there's nothing that will change, and that makes no difference.
Saying the same things. Why do we want to hear 300 people say the same things?
Because
we already
that's
heard
people.
it.
That's what we are serious. We are serious.
Hey,
Because of our voice.
hate.
We are independent families.
Excuse me, can I just,
You are haters.
I would like to
You're all
resume.
haters.
ma'am,
Did we say that?
I'd like to resume
Did we
the
say that?
session. We have a policy
there's a protocol.
on the council where we have a protocol that if it's not an agendized item, and also if we don't take on any other additional items, the meeting ends at 11:30 unless there's a vote of the council continue it. Vandalizing the facility doesn't help, and I would say this is just from a general view, which is that as much as you are feared in terms of the homeless and the types of people that you described, I think that some of the action that's being demonstrated is equally as shocking.
You are a hypocrite! You are a hypocrite! You are a hypocrite!
I would suggest that you listen to the direction of the police chief and the direction of the mayor.
And so
It's just a simple note, by the way.
we have a
Like, it
motion
does-
and a second. You can have a comment.
I would suggest that
Doesn't
because
make
we
sense.
had been telling these people that they would be able to speak after the agendized items, that at least perhaps we let some of them speak, maybe about 30 minutes.
Thank you.
Would that be agreeable, or that's up to you?
That I'm agreeable to 30 minutes, but I also wanted to clarify that, again, this item is not agendized this evening. Your comments will be heard, and that's why we're here, to listen, but it doesn't allow us to have any action. So regardless of what you're saying this evening, we will not be taking action, which is what we're having the community meetings and outreach to follow up on. And so I'm supportive of that, but I'd like to hear from the council. I think that each of the council members bring their feedback, and it's important for us to be able to understand why we have this opportunity to follow a procedure and process. Council members, are there any other comments at this time? Councilmember Jones, did you have any?
Approximately how many, just out of curiosity, speaker cards do we have?
200.
Yeah, I mean, that would take us over 3:30 a.m. I think that's,
That's excessive in my opinion.
I would be okay with hearing, some of the comments, but I know one of the things I do remember, I was chatting before with Mayor Wasserman. We had one meeting, it was very contentious, we had huge crowds, and he basically said he gave each side a specific time to
That's
speak.
the other option usually, yes.
To get their talking.
Cap it, that's what many cities do. So, seeing that, we have some requests for support, and there have been people that have stayed. We will go to midnight, and that's which time it will terminate. And so if you want to go ahead and call the speakers, well, that's our compromise that we'll be making this evening.
The first speaker will be James Way, followed by May Hung, Daniela Marcel, and Choi May So.
And again, I'm sure I'm going to be happy to see the appreciation of the cooperation with the rules, but there's no booing, hissing, and that all people should feel welcome.
Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you.
Good evening, my name is James. I just want to say that I support the homeless. I think that we care a lot about them. I see them every day. I don't want them to be suffering for as much as possible. I think that we do need some kind of action to help the homeless, but in terms of the Dakota side, I'm not for it. It seems to me that there's a lot of residential around that area. As you can see, the community seems to be pretty galvanized. You brought out most of North Fremont. People are obviously angry.
I'm going to remind people again about the signs, because otherwise this will be a continued discussion, and I will have to ask you to leave the room. Thank you.
Having lived in North Fremont, I live in Mission Lakes. We've experienced all kinds of strange things happening. We've got gas tanks blowing up. We've got people peering in fences and little old ladies that are afraid. We've had a lot of strange things happen. That's not something that we want in our community. Again, I want to state that we do support the homeless. Thank you.
Thank you, James. Next speaker.
Good evening. My name is Cho Moy So. I truly think it's a bad idea to put homeless navigation center on Dakota. Here are the reasons. Dakota is not a convenient location for homeless people. It's far away from public resources, social services, and BART access that homeless people are seeking for. Dakota has no pedestrian walkway. It requires costly road reconstruction to accommodate navigation center. The Dakota has a high-speed traffic and is very congested during rush hour. This creates more opportunity for accident to happen. The Dakota is in residential area, close to many schools and parks. It's very, for me, I'm concerned the safety of our children. If you choose Dakota, you are not solving the homeless problem. You are making irresponsible, careless decision. You're showing the public your leader with poor vision, not listening, a hypocrite politician.
Thank you for your time. Next speaker,
Many
please.
people will like me, will not vote for you again.
Fine. Thank you. There's no clapping, booing, or hissing, because we're here at this hour, and for each time you want to clap, it takes away time from if you want to hear from any people in the future. Thank you.
For May Hong, Daniela Marcel, Nancy Liu, Erica Shen, Jun Shu, and David Lovendahl.
Welcome, May.
My name is Erica Shen. About the navigation center location, my point is not Dakota, not residential area. Maybe you will say there's no data supporting my point, but I actually found that this studies that shows that the effect of the shelter on property crime. So the researchers concentrated crime rate in the surrounding area when the shelter was open and closed. As you can see from the chart, they found a strong evidence that the opening of a shelter is linked with a significant increase in property crime. On the other side, the rate of the commercial breaking decreased, maybe because those homeless is less motivated to seek a shelter in an empty shelter.
Thank you. You can feel free to leave that with us if you like.
Yeah.
Next speaker, please.
Good evening. My name is Nancy Wu. I live in North Fremont. I do believe homeless problem needs to be addressed, but the site selection for homeless navigation center should have the best interest of our homeless people. If the city hall lot scores the highest in the evaluation of all potential sites, there's no reason to choose Dakota site for our homeless people. I ask you to listen to the voice from Fremont community. please don't vote the Dakota side for homeless navigation center. Thank you.
Thank you. Next speaker, please.
Hello, my name is Daniela. I'm a student at Thornton Junior High. No to the Dakota location. I have lived in Fremont for 10 years. I pass the Dakota Road every day, and I'm going to go through it and pass it every day. I want the Dakota roads to be really safe for my family, friends, and I. Tonight, this is already way past my bedtime, but I'm still here because safety is really important to me. Again, no to the Dakota. Thank you.
Next speaker.
Good evening. My name is Jenny. I'm a resident in Dakota area. I didn't see any reliable data to support why Dakota is a top choice. And I have the concern on building the agency on Dakota residential area. I think in order to solve this problem, we need to understand what they really need is the food and the medical service where Dakota area is not a good choice. We need to see the real attitudes of the Dakota resident on this. Please listen to the community. Please listen to the voice of the Dakota area.
Next, please. Thank you.
Hi everybody, my name is Jun Xu, and I'm a resident in the Dakota area. Fremont has around 600 homeless. 90% are not in the Dakota area. It's important to find another suitable place to build a homeless navigation center. This is because Dakota area is not convenient for them. Its location is far from essential services. These essential services including hospital, social services, water services, and so on. In order to better serve its residents, the homeless navigation center should be near these services. Let me say, no Dakota.
Thank you. Next speaker, please.
David Levendahl, Cynthia, Shu Feng, Chan Min, Bo He, and Jamie Zhu.
Yes, please come. I heard your name earlier.
Dear elected officials, I'm Mei Hong from Fremont. I oppose building the navigation center on Dakota. I think Automall is the best choice, industrial zone, enough land, least opposition. However, in the last meeting, the council members put clients' convenience at the top. So I compared the two chosen locations. Dakota is definitely the wrong place because it's not convenient for the clients. There are no grocery stores within walking distance, no city services, no hospitals, not even sidewalk, while the city hall has these conveniences. More importantly, there are no homeless encampments on Dakota. Homeless people themselves chose not to live on Dakota. So why build a center at such an inconvenient place for them? The city concerns about the cost to remove the pavement near City Hall, but on Dakota, you need to build sidewalk, which will cost more. Plus, there are ways to build.
Thank you. Next speaker, please.
Hi, good evening, everyone. My name is Tian Min. I'm a resident in Dakota. So in last council meeting, the city PowerPoint claimed 82% success rate in Berkeley Center. Actually, the success rate is very questionable. What is the inclusion and exclusion criteria? Who decide the criteria? And who analyzed and interpreted the data? Without these questions answered, how can we trust the results? Second, Berkeley Center opened only 1 year, and the data is still immature and not suitable as a strong evidence. Last and the most important, there's no follow-up to show how those people who found permanent rented apartments are doing. For example, if somebody lives in a home for only 1 month and end up on the street again, I would not call this a success. The result of Berkeley Center is incomplete, immature, and possible biases. No NSG in Dakota. Thank you.
Thanks. Next speaker, please.
Good evening. My name is Su Chang Song. I want to call some name. I will remove their last name. Claire, Victoria, Alex, Jackson, Emily, Nora, Lori, Amok, Sarwanti, Lashmi, Navjot, Krishna, Tom, William, and Frank. I know all the 14 kids between the 3 and 8 years old. They're living nearby the Cradle Creek Park, which is their favorite, their safe, and their relieved playground. They play there almost every day with a lot of good memory and happiness. But the park is only 200 meters nearby the target location at Dakota. I'm standing here, I speak for them. I won't let them keep their favorite and safe playground. I also speak for all the kids from North Fremont. Let them keep their favorite and safe playground. No Dakota.
Thank you. Next speaker. No clapping, please. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Bo P, a resident of Dakota area. Now, today I would like to speak one of my friends' own experience with me. They used to own property in San Jose near Cold Creek. Back in 2005, it was a decent neighborhood, just like what our Dakota is now. Starting around 2009, they started a homeless camp in Cold Creek, and then they started to have endless problems. I would like everyone here to close your eyes and picture the following happening in your home. You may have homeless breaking your car window to take pennies. You may have homeless consistently walking into your backyard and taking whatever they can find. You may have naked homeless taking shower in your front yard within your garden hose. You may have homeless trying to open your side door.
Thank you. Thank you. Next speaker, please.
I'm Jamie. I'm a resident of Dakota area, and I would like to finish my statement, which started by Bo. This is exactly what's going to happen to our neighborhood if the NHC Center is built over there. Now, the council said we need to show more sympathies to our friend of homeless. However, we need to first have a secure our basic needs, which is a safe place for me, for our home, and for our families. That place we call home. If the city council thinks the resident of Dakota will just take this and accept this unjust decision, then you are wrong. If you take the most basic needs away from us, then we will definitely take you to the court and file a class action lawsuit for the lost value in the home. And if you think you could carve your name on the NHC building as a monument, then we will make sure you have just carved your name onto the tombstone of your political career. Thank you very much.
Thank you. No clapping, please. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Justin. I'm a resident of Dakota area. HNC of the Dakota is bad, and the HNC of the City Hall is good. HNC is bad because Dakota is dangerous for homeless. It's the exit for 880 and 84. Speed limit is high there. The homeless have already lost their homes. Do you want to risk them to lose their lives? Dakota is more expensive to build HNC. There is low jobs or services at Dakota. City Hall is better. City Hall is in commercial area. City Hall is close to city services. City Hall is close to hospitals. City Hall is close to police stations. We are building HNC to help the homeless to get back to life. We do not build a HNC for your politicians' achievement. So if we want to build HNC.
Okay, thank you. Next speaker, please. Thank you, Ms.
Zhou Yang, followed by Yui Feng, Wen Yu Song, Sabrina Suen, Carlos Arroyo, and Yan Kong Feng.
Mayor and vice mayor and then all councilmen. And my name is Su Ying Li. I live in a Dakota area. I think you guys should really listen to our voice. And then I talk about some point they didn't say before. Like Amazon, Uber has a new office in just across the bridge. Not to mention the Facebook, extension. Fremont City should bring those high-income taxpayers to live in Fremont. Fremont City should not use the HNC Dakota. It discourages the new resident to move in and scare the original resident away. And HNC will bring Dakota and the surrounding area real estate down. We will lose homeowners who love our Fremont. And Mayor May and Vice Mayor Sowing and all councilmen, please listen to all resident voice. Thank you.
Thank you. Next speaker, please.
Good evening. Good evening, Mayor May and the City Council member. My name is Shu Yang. As a resident of Fremont for the past 10 years, I'm here to share that HNC at Dakota does not solve the real problem of homeless people. And here's why. First, the Dakota location is far away from the major facilities that are fundamentally needed by the homeless people, such as hospitals, such as social services. Secondly, Dakota is a high-traffic, high-speed road connecting 84 and 880, which poses the unnecessary risk to the homeless people. I feel it would be rather heartless proposal at best. Therefore, the Dakota side does not provide an effective solution from our homeless friends' perspective.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
I appreciate your time. Welcome. Next speaker.
Hello. City Council members, my name is Yu Feng, and I'm a resident at North Fremont and strongly oppose building homeless navigation center at Dakota. We all want to help these people, but we need to understand first what they need and what they want. Dakota area is not what they want. That's why you don't see any homeless people there, because it's far away from hospital, it's far away from service, and also it's not convenient for transportation. City Council members, I'm sure you have heard over 1,000 people shouting outside North Dakota, and also you have seen that there are over 3,000 physical signatures that we collected just during last weekend, which means that we North Fremont people united together to oppose this stupid idea. Okay, please listen and hear Dakota residents' voice. Thank you.
Thank you. Next speaker, please.
Good evening, Mayor May, council members. My name is Wen Yu, and I'm a resident and homeowner of North Fremont. Thank you for extending the time to hear our concerns. I don't think Dakota is the right place to build this homeless navigation center. The reason is because in the past weekend, I have talked with more than 50 people near my neighborhood, and more than 95% of them agree with me that they don't want this to be the location to build up this center. And only 2 agreed that they wanted to have some solution for these homeless people, and I agree with them, but the location needs to have some serious considerations. And I want to echo with Mayor May about the budget concern. That Fremont has a lot of issues that needs a lot of tight budget. And the first amount of...
Thank you. Next speaker, please.
My name is Sabrina, a resident in the Dakota area. Several of us have visited and studied the Berkeley HNC. We noticed that encampment, not included by the facilities, has formed outside the center. I would like to believe that the new Fremont HNC is well regulated and such situation wouldn't happen. But the current data and the amount of research conducted by the city strikes me as being insufficient. It is therefore hard to convince me that such a facility wouldn't attract more homeless people in a dense residential area such as Dakota. The Berkeley and Hayward establishments are all in industrial zones. By building an HNC right in the center of schools and neighborhood playgrounds, a balance needs to be struck where there has been no precedence of situating such a facility in a dense and residential area like Dakota, and the resulting destabilizing effects it might bring. Say no to Dakota and we will still stay till the end.
Next speaker, please. Thank you.
Good evening. My name is Carlos, and I lived here in Fremont for 46 years now. And I'm also a firefighter, paramedic, and I've treated hundreds of homeless people and taken them to the hospital. As you are aware, some homeless require specialized treatment, something that they will not be able to receive if the site, well, they will be able to receive, but it's not nearby if the site is approved at Dakota. There will always be a large homeless population in downtown Fremont, so why not give them easy access to a homeless facility in downtown Fremont, where specialized facilities are nearby, not Dakota. Thank you.
Thank you. Next speaker, please. The more that we clap, the fewer speakers that we will be able to hear before midnight.
After Mr. Feng, we have Christina Scardino, Denise Solis, Talad Purohit, and Panjai Purohit.
Dear Mayor, Vice Mayor, and the honorable council members and the city staff. My name is Min Hong Feng. I live in northern Fremont near the Dakota Road for almost 10 years. I'm a father of 1-year-old daughter and an 8-year-old son. I'm here today to ask you not to build HNC on the Dakota Road for the following reasons. It is too close to schools, which include 3 elementary and 1 high school. It will endanger our kids' safety. And also, quoted from today's Mercury News, quote, too many homeless are involved in drug activity, some drink, then have mental illness, unquote. Believe it or not, drugs bring crimes. Furthermore, the Dakota site is located far from police station, hospital, and other social service needed by homeless people.
Thank you.
So please do not build agency on the Dakota Road.
Thank you. Next speaker, please.
Hi, I'm Charles. $8,124 online petitions have been submitted. Residents throughout Fremont, from all the neighborhoods, Irvington, Niles, Mission San Jose, White Bell, of course, Dakota, North Fremont. We stand tall in our oppositions to put the Home Navigation Center in residential neighborhood. The residents' voice cannot be ignored and shall not be silent. Thank you.
Next speaker, please. Again, the more time you spend clapping, the less of your speakers that we'll be able to hear. Welcome.
My name is Prahlad Purohit. I'm a resident of Dakota area in Fremont, and I rise to raise my protest against the agency plan at Dakota, or being considered Dakota. And the reason why I say that is because I believe the metric that the city is using for the evaluation, the 6-point system, is flawed. You guys are not even looking at the proximity to police department, the proximity to hospitals, or even proximity to jobs. Jobs is the single most important thing the homeless people will need to kind of uplift their level. And there are no jobs, like not those many jobs in the Dakota area. The jobs are right here. Yes, here, right here in the City Hall area. So you want to build a home agency center here in the City Hall area, not in the Dakota where there are no jobs, no police department. And I urge that you guys look at these indicators for when you guys analyze the suitability of a specific area. Police department, hospitals, jobs. Most importantly, jobs. There are no jobs in Dakota. Thank you.
Thank you. Next speaker, please.
Following this speaker, we have Hao Jie Zhang, Harry Ng, Mei Yu, Patty Zhao, and Yin Zhang.
Hi, council members. My name is Kunjal Harith, and I'm going to be going to Thornton next year. And I live really close by to Dakota area, and I request that the council members vote no on the Homeless Navigation Center at Dakota. I make this request because this location is on my way to school, and I would be afraid of using this route due to child abuse and drug abuse. This location is close to many schools, yet far away from police stations. So if any crime uprising, it will be difficult to get any help. So please not consider Dakota for a homeless navigation center. Thank you for your time.
Thank you. Next speaker, please.
I'm Harry Ng and a resident of Fremont.
Placing the Homeless Navigation Center in Fremont's new downtown will be a terrible mistake. My wife and I recently moved to a new home in downtown Fremont. This decision was based largely upon the vision espoused by the Fremont General Plan, which called for a beautiful, urban, vibrant, pedestrian-friendly, mixed-use environment. The downtown district is even envisioned to draw in visitors as a regional destination. Now, for this vision to come true, downtown needs to be perceived as a clean and safe environment. Putting a homeless center in downtown will not advance that goal. Downtown already has a higher crime rate and homelessness than other neighborhoods. Adding a homeless center will only further the perception that downtown is crime-ridden and a haven for homeless. No one in the downtown area that I've spoken to opposes a homeless navigation center. They're wonderful, but nobody believes it should be located in the downtown area either.
Thank you. Next speaker, please.
My name is May, and I live in downtown Fremont. Downtown Fremont is a densely populated area. There are schools, homes, senior communities, and businesses, all close to the proposed center. All the concerns other areas have are also our concerns. We are for a navigation center, but they need to be placed in non-residential areas. Homeless experts say they prefer a more isolated area to help the homeless transition to a normal life. Let them have a quiet area to recharge, not an urban environment constantly reminding them of their situation. Berkeley and even Hayward established their centers in non-residential areas. Why can't Fremont do that? Fremont deserves a safe and vibrant downtown, and the homeless deserve a quiet place to recharge. Thank you.
Thank you. Next speaker.
Good evening, Councilmen and Women, Mayor. My name is Ying, and I'm a resident of the Dakota area. I'm here to question about operations of an HNC. So the police chief vouches for BAC's operation. While I fully respect the chief, I need to see the data and if the analysis leading to such a conclusion is flawed or biased, especially when it's rare to find data about an HNC built smack in the middle of a dense residential area such as Dakota. In particular, is there any follow-up data on how well the rehabilitated people are doing? I used to read many investigative reports of social issues, rehabilitation, adoption, child welfare, and whatnot. The chances of homeless people going back to being homeless after getting a second chance is non-zero. So how about property prices trends, not of the whole zone of Dakota, but of, for example, houses within the critical distance from the HNC? How about data collected over a longer period of time? Is there seasonality? We know that BACs have been operating in Berkeley for about a year only. Seasonalities can go extend beyond. So yeah, therefore a question.
Thank you. Next speaker.
Good evening. Good evening. I'm Patty Zhao, long-term residential in Dakota neighborhood. HNC is a good thing, but we have many ways to help homeless people. Question for our city government: why the city government didn't inform the most of Fremont residents before the funding received for HNC from state? The county BACS only has 14% success rate to management HNCs. Why the city government chooses that company? What's the real picture behind this? As the homeowners, even we want to build something up in our own backyard, we cannot ignore our neighbors' voices. The city government, 3,000 signatures collected during the weekend for no HNC in Dakota over the weekend. Some of them.
Next. Thank you very much. Next speaker, because there's only 5 minutes left. Thank you.
Speakers will be Kathy Wei, Susan Lee, Lee Zhang, and Gada Mosaman.
And that will be the end of our speakers' cards for this evening. So, Kathy Wang.
Good evening. My name is Eileen Song, and I'm resident in Dakota area. I oppose homeless living center on Dakota. City Hall location is much better option. Since the goal is to help homeless, it is very crucial to think about improving their living quality and helping them get on their feet. Here's my 2 points. 1, jobs. There are abundant job opportunities in city hall area, which will help homeless to be financially independent and get them home again permanently. Walking distance BART access also encourages people when it comes to job opportunities in other cities. However, Dakota is a residential area with fewer jobs and longer commute time. 2. Facilities. The FAQ details the importance of a navigation center being walking distance to medical, social service, BART, and law enforcement. The Dakota location meets none of them, while the City Hall meets all of them. Thank you.
Thank you. Next speaker, please.
Hello everyone, my name is Stacy. I'm the resident in Fremont. City Hall is the best place to serve our homeless friends. At the last council meeting, one of the council members said he was disappointed that Fremont residents don't show their sympathy to the homeless folks. I'm totally with him. We should show our care and respect to them. For the Dakota side, there's only a 7-Eleven and they can't buy quality food and products there. Why can't they enjoy organic food at Whole Foods? Why can't they buy good supplies at Smart and Final? The City Hall area has all these good grocery places. For the Dakota side, it's far away from the hospitals. Why can't they get immediate medical help when they're overdosed? City Hall is extremely close to the hospitals. Also, I'm sure our good heart officers want us to volunteer at the navigation center during the lunch breaks, and they might want us to invite our homeless friends to their house to help them out. It will be so convenient for them if the navigation center is just next door. Please treat our homeless friends better, please.
Okay, next speaker. And again, no clapping, but we have National Night Out, and I'm sure all of you would be happy to invite them over too. So, thank you. Next speaker.
Hi everyone, my name is Qi Jun from Fremont. Thank you for having me here. The auto mall is the best choice. We should reconsider it. Industrial zones least bad impact, least opposition from residents. People say auto mall is inconvenient, but it is not a homeless shelter. It helps people who fight for themselves. They will work, look for jobs and treatment in the day, come back for stable housing at night. From auto mall, it's 20 minutes bike to everywhere, including BART. 30 to 45 minutes bus to all downtown and shopping malls. That's shorter than typical daily commute for most people. I felt the tension between Fremont people, arguing not to build a homeless navigation center near their community. It is not the fault of our residents. It's the fault of our city and their decision. We are one united Fremont. Don't play political games on us to divide us. Please fix it by selecting auto mall location. Thank you.
Thank you.
Mayor, May, City Council members. My name is Gara Musselman. I've lived in Fremont for 37 years, 22 years in Dakota. I'm a parent high schooler that goes to American. My backyard backs on Dakota. I support HNC in Dakota and on City Hall property. Fremont is a compassionate city. We need to take care of our homeless. They are already living on our streets and near our school property. It's hard to listen to these people opposing Dakota Center. Their arguments are not based on any logic or data whatsoever, but on fear, bigotry, and selfishness. There's no evidence that a homeless center will increase crime or risk to the public safety. Look around you. Homeless folks are already in your backyard and near your schools. They are on North Fremont, in North Fremont. I trust that City Council is doing their research and they recommend and they approve the best options. Please do not be discouraged by the opposers.
Time. Okay, again, I'm going to ask that you're respectful to the speaker and that we allow. Time is up.
Not fair. The only person that is not fair. Why they stand there?
But I know that everyone is speaking, and so the time is up. It is midnight.
No fair. So you're crazy.
Next, please.
You are a guest, and at this time, the time is up. You do not get to harass one another, and so we are asking everyone to be equally respectful. This is a non-agendized item. And we have invited you to come to our other public meetings. And we hope to see you there at our future public meetings for the coming up in August. And at this time, I'd like to, is there one speaker left? Okay, thank you. Welcome, sir. You're the last speaker for the evening.
Hi everyone, I'm Junior from Fremont. Decatur is the wrong location. The auto mall is the best choice. Other cities choose industry zone for homeless navigation center. It has at least a bad impact and easy to expand in the future. However, in the last meeting, the council members put clients' convenience at the top. Then City Hall is the best choice. The extra cost to remove the pavement is little compared to the construction cost and the operating cost. This area provides the best transportation, accommodation, food, medical care, and other services. If the city are confident in this project and believe it brings no bad effects to the residents, then putting in the City Hall is the best way to show the achievement for all Fremont citizens. The success with this bill, people's concern, take a step back. If the project runs into issue, since it's close to City Hall and the city's close watch, we will discover and solve the problem quicker and control the bad effect in time. Thank you.
Thank you. And at this time, we're going to adjourn the meeting. Yes, we've already mentioned that earlier this evening. Sure. No. At this time, we're going to be adjourning the meeting. I'll mention the other dates again. Let me find that. I think it's August 14th and August 28th, if I remember correctly. 14th being at City Hall, and I apologize, I think it's on our website, I don't have it. And then the 20th. It's on the website.
It's on the website. The meetings will be held, one on August 14th from 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. at City Hall.
Yes.
And another one on Saturday, August 24th from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. in front of the Centralville Library.
Thank you.
Will you all be there? Will you all be there?
And the meeting is now adjourned. Have a wonderful evening.
This is not representation for us.
The meeting is between two groups. Good luck at re-election group.
Yeah, good luck at re-election.
Good luck at re-election.
We'll come back in here, Cheryl, after you get whatever you need.